with non-dominant, living with Cambyses,
Very good.
Astuagus,
Excellent.
see,
The from Adon, from Horo, Opsamai, Adon. He what?
saw,
He saw.
he saw another dream.
Dream. Very good. And you can see the stem of this is in the second principal part. Okay. Toi protoi etea.
In the first year,
In the first year, Kalasta.
it seemed to him I don't know, don't think
That, it seemed to him that.
a grapevine produced
Or grew.
from the genitals of the daughter
Of Tautes.
of his daughter
Of this daughter.
of this daughter.
Okay. And
The grapevine overtook all of Asia.
All of Asia, very good. And we talked about this. We talked about some of the what this is one of the things that was on your list, right? This is the aorist infinitive of echo, right? Echo, exo, escon are the principal parts, okay? And our infinitive does not have a temporal augment, so that goes away, right? And then we add our infinitival ending. And the difference between the present and the aorist infinitives, second aorist, is that the accent stays on the ending, doesn't come back like it would in luane, okay? Or ekane. Kalasta, ertu.
Having seen this
Right?
and having turned over, understood this to the dream interpreters,
Kalasta.
he sent out for himself from the Persians, the daughter, being pregnant.
Being pregnant,
Is that having arrived? And she having arrived?
Very good.
He guarded for himself.
It's just guarded.
Just guarded, okay. Wanting to kill the thing that comes to be from her to the child.
Very good. Keep going.
Because from the dream, the dream interpreters of the Magi revealed to Astuagus that the child of his daughter
Very good.
would at some point
Yep.
to rule
Would rule.
instead of him.
Kalasta. Maria, Paracalo.
Like guarding for himself. Is that middle?
Yes. So it is middle. It is middle, and it has a sense that, for this reason. So he's looking out on for his own behalf, right? Because he's learned from the dream interpreters that this offspring is going to. So he's watching out for himself. So yeah. And this has, and we know this is middle, right? Because it's got a direct object, right? So it's not passive. So watching out, understood for himself, these things, guarding these things.
Astuagus. what again?
From gignomai. Gignomai. So we just saw this right here.
Oh,
Genomenon.
like became.
Genesomai and genome. Okay. So we would say hokuros egenato.
Cyrus came to be.
Came to be, right? Okay. Meaning he was born, right? When he happened.
Mhm.
This in biblical context, okay, which you're about ready to get into, egenato, which we saw in our readings from the Septuagint, means it came to pass. Okay. All right. So he kalesas,
He called,
having called,
Arpagus,
Harpagus,
a man of household,
of his household,
Of
a
his
kinsman, a kinsman,
and trustworthy.
the prospistotaton.
Is that
Pistos, pistoteros, pistotatos.
trusted?
It is trusting, you got the right meaning, but what degree is it?
Okay, superlative.
Superlative, okay? Most
So,
trustworthy.
Most trustworthy. Like of the needs.
Of the needs,
And like an administrator.
An administrator. Pasapan.
All.
Of all.
Of all of them,
All of too.
like him.
His own stuff. Of his own. This is reflexive, right?
Okay.
Of his own. Of all of his own stuff. He elega.
He said to him the following.
Things of the following type. Harpaga. Continue there. Kalaroi.
Harpagos, the thing,
The thing. Prata.
thing, of the kind I assign to you.
Very good. Excellent.
Do not mishandle,
Excellent.
and do not deceive me,
Very good.
and involving others.
Very good.
Do not trip up.
Do not trip up. Do not fall into.
For yourself,
For yourself.
you yourself, and for the future, regarding the future.
Very good. Lava.
Take the child
Very good.
whom Mandane bore,
Very good.
and carry.
So this is a participle, right?
Carrying.
Feron, ferontos, feronti, feronta, yeah.
Okay, and carrying into the house, into your house.
Into your house.
Kill it.
Kill it. Kill it.
And bury
And after.
And after, bury it in a way, whatever way you desire, like you desire.
You yourself
desire.
Very good. Kalasta. Kai Maria.
He replied.
He replies, yeah.
Okay.
So, not you paredes. Yeah.
Like see.
Yeah, you have never seen para andratoida.
A man.
So this is both, but you think so? We've got para, which is the preverb, which is so So you have not seen para, by me, okay? By this man, okay? You have not seen by this man. And uden pakara.
One,
Or nothing akari.
what is Akari?
It's the opposite. So this is alpha. This alpha negates something, right?
Mhm.
And karas, right? Karas is related to the word karas, which means beautiful, pleasant. We get. What word do we get from this? For the Latin, charisma comes from this. What else? Something that you're going to see in New Testament contexts. So let's transliterate this. What would this be in Latin? So charisma comes with what else? Chair, come on now. Finish that word.
Charity?
Charity. Caritas, okay? Caritas. Okay. Nothing, unpleasant or disgraceful or something that was inappropriate, okay? So you have not seen, as far as this man is concerned, all right? Okay. At another time, somehow, something. Now, we talked yesterday about compounding negatives. So we've got a uta and uden. The rule of negatives are, if we have what are called simple negatives, which are like u and me, right? And then we have compound things like uda or uden, that sort of thing, udepota, that sort of thing. And the rule is that if you have a simple negative followed by a compound, it intensifies. Okay? If you have a compound plus a compound, it intensifies, right? And if you have a compound followed by a simple, then it reverses it. It negates it. So it all depends on whether this is a compound that follows or a simple, and it's whether it's negative. So, and we can't do this in English, right? Because it negates things. Okay, all right, so let's continue there. Fulasomata.
Garden,
Uh-huh. So we are guarding, okay, we're looking out. Sa
like for you,
for you, and
and like, for him,
for the
for the
chrono,
time.
for the time that met eteta.
Is that
So in here we've got eteta, which means, then, and then we've got meta. So what would
like after?
yeah, future time, thing to come, time to come, okay? And we are looking out, we are concerned for you and for the future time to Meiden ex hamartane.
What's the definition of X?
Okay, hamartano. Hamartano, this is a verb. Hamartano means literally to miss the mark. Okay, think of this as an archery, okay? It's shooting a bow and missing the target. this x is just going to, just adds a slightly different, slightly modifying that thing, x harmartano. And this is again for you coming up, the abstract noun that goes along with this is hamartia. It's a hamartia. This is a mistake, okay? It's a missing remark. And this gets translated in the New Testament world as sin. Okay? So to miss the mark, to not miss the mark, okay? To not make a mistake. Kalaroi.
Conversely,
Mm-hmm.
if to you
Mm-hmm.
this thing
Mm-hmm.
becomes dear,
This becoming is so dear.
this becoming is so dear.
To
Oh, this is the really weird
to
one.
emon hubrates.
The serving,
Uh-huh.
the to serving
Uh-huh.
of me
My serving
is necessary.
is necessary. My serving epitedeos in a, supportive way
I support.
is, or suitable, supportive way is necessary. So we talked about the fact that here we've got to. We talked about these infinitives, that infinitives are neuter singular. Okay? So we would say it's necessary for me to do something. Okay? This is not using kre in an impersonal way, but the subject of kre, that which is necessary, is my serving, and we can't even do this in English, my to serve, okay? My to serve, we just have to use the participle, my serving, in a supportive way is necessary. Okay, does that make sense?
Mhm.
All right, good. All right, so we're moving on to the next reading. 5. We started looking at this a little bit.
We did. We got a few sentences on it.
And did you see Kalaroi, that as we started to go through this, and Kalaroi was found this quite difficult. We had to try to figure out what that verb is, right? And it's in a gigantic note down here. There it is for you. Okay, ara ekete eratemete peretu anaknos matos. Should we tackle this? Okay, all right. So let's start this. Maria, do you want to start working on this one?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Arpegus,
Mm-hmm.
like having
Uh-huh. This is from Amevo, right? Amevo Mai. Okay, we just saw that. Amebatai.
reply
Uh-huh. So the heirs having replied
to like these things.
to these things. Excellent. So as or when,
As
topaidion,
he,
as the topaidion,
the child,
and the child kekos menon,
like having
Uh-huh.
been like,
arranged or outfitted,
Okay.
right? Dressed up,
Mm.
Okay, made pretty, having been dressed in his stoling,
In his clothes.
the clothes epithenatoi.
Um, like for
Thanatos. What's going to happen to the baby? What's going to happen to the baby?
for death.
For death. So dressed up, literally decorated, having been decorated.
Mhm.
This is a Greek accusative with regard to his clothing
Mhm.
for death. Okay. So he was paradothe autoi.
Little. Is that little?
This right here, paradothe, this is our verb.
Ah.
This is from para. Dido.
Like that's to give. Like giving for him.
Okay, so what's our number? It's third person singular, right? Because this is the subject of Hypeon,
Mhm.
okay? But what have we got? We've got to have tense, mood, right?
Mhm.
And voice.
Okay. So
What does this tell us right here?
imperfect.
Well, it's past.
Okay, past.
It's past. So then we've got to decide whether it's what in the past. What are our past tenses?
Imperfect.
Imperfect,
Aorist.
aorist,
Aorist.
well, perfect,
Perfect.
perfect, all of those. So what do we say? We don't have the characteristics of the perfect, okay?
So aorist.
Aorist, okay?
So he did.
Okay, so we'll just stay on it in there. So, didoma, right? Didoma, doso, edoka, dedoka, right? Dedoka, dedomai, dothing. What's that sixth principal part? You remember? So the third principal part is what?
Aorist.
Aorist. Aorist what?
First.
Well, that active. Aorist active. It can be, the aorist, there's first aorist or second aorist. Okay, this is an athematic. So this is, so we have a stem change, right? So what is this aorist then?
Passive.
Aorist passive, okay? So the child, the baby, dothe,
Then give.
was
Was
given
given
autoi,
to him.
okay? See how that works? Okay. So when the child, all decorated in his cloak for death, was given to him, he sta wikia.
He used something to the house.
Into the house.
Into the house.
Into the house. So what might he be doing?
Went.
He went into his house. Very good. Okay. This is the imperfect of Hema. Okay. Went into his house. Klion.
Is that a participle?
It is a participle, yeah.
I'm not sure what the meaning is.
Okay. It's crime. It refers to the subject, right? Hoharpagos. Crime into this house. Okay. And parathon.
Wanting.
That's Othello. This is from para erkomai. Erkomai, ema, eothon. Okay, eothon. So it's what kind of word? Participle. Okay, what's the tense of the participle?
Past.
It's aorist. Okay.
So like having.
Having. Tisemani erkomai. I what? I come or go.
Okay.
So having arrived.
Having arrived.
Die effraza.
Is that imperfect?
He did something. Te autupunaka.
To like the woman
To a woman autu
of him,
of him. So who would that be?
my daughter.
No. This would be Mandane is this that Mandane is the daughter of Astylages. This is Harpagus.
Oh.
Okay. So who would this be? Who would this woman be? A gune can be a woman or a what?
A wife.
A wife. So he did something to his wife. Ton logon. So this is the indirect object, right? This is the direct object. So what might he be doing with the logos?
Like saying.
Yeah, telling. Told his wife.
Told his wife. The words.
Well, this, the
The
speech, the story, the panta.
Is that all?
The entire story.
The entire story. Astylages.
Of
Of
Astylages.
Astylages.
And Rethenta.
Told.
Which had been told.
Okay.
Okay, this is the aorist passive participle. See, there's our that in there, right? You saw that that. The base then is the aorist passive participle. Okay. We wrestled with it. There's also the chart in there about that too, or the note. Okay, good. All right, let's go to the next one. Kalaroi. Hey, da pros auton lage.
Is that like she?
She.
To him
Mhm.
said, now, what?
Now,
I can never remember what that means.
therefore.
Now, therefore, what do you, what to you?
What is esta? What?
And,
No, that's not.
or,
It's esta, not ema.
oh. Like, what are you to do?
What is
What is
en noi? In your nos.
your heart to do?
Well,
To do?
Well, we can think of that, but nos. What's in your mind?
Mind, okay.
What do you have? What is in your mind? What is in the mind to you? Poyen,
To do.
to do. What are you thinking about doing? Okay, we have exactly the same thing. What do you have in mind? Okay, so Maria,
He replied.
this future is present tense, okay? So it's historical
He
present.
replies.
He replies.
Astylages.
Okay. All right. So this is a little bit So this is, I need to think of this as oo, okay? Oo as kind of a sentence, which means what?
Therefore,
Oh, that's un,
uh,
okay?
It's
Who
the
or many?
negative.
so who is no?
No, okay? Not, okay? Not taute in this way, or in the way, astuages en teleto. This is a little complicated, okay? This is, this is an abbreviated, okay? So if we were to expand this, okay, you would say, oo, okay? Oo, I do not, or it is not. Uk este, okay? Uk este, and noe, okay? It is not in mind, I do not, it is not in my mind, poiein, to do. Hon, okay? Not hon. What, okay? Astuages. And teleto.
Is that commands?
Commanded. So that is so uk este en noi poiein. It is not emoi. We could say uk este emoi. It is not in my mind. Okay, to do ho, that which astuages ordered. Okay, taute, in this way. Just a little. I mean, this is utaute intelligent, not in the way that astuages ordered.
Right.
This doesn't make sense unless we put in there, I'm not going to do that in the same way, this thing that Astuages ordered me to do in the way that he wants me to do it. Okay. And what does he want me to do?
Kill the child.
He wants me to kill the child. So I'm not going to do it. In other words, I'm not going to get rid of the child in that same way. Okay, then we've got a Uda. Okay, not.
one.
So we've got an U,
Mhm.
Uda, Uk. Okay,
Right.
so I'm not going to do it in this way. Not if he parafronese,
What verb is that from?
from froneo. Okay. Froneo. Froneo, so we've had the word phrenos, right? Phrenos, which is this, the seat of
Yeah.
cognition, right? So so we've got para. So phroneo means to think, to reason.
Okay. And that's like to think about
This is to think para,
around.
not pere, para.
Like for. With regard
That's right,
to.
with regard to, but think of this in terms of what we think of in terms of normal and paranormal,
Okay.
okay?
So like outside of almost.
Yeah, so normal as opposed to paranormal. What does paranormal mean in comparison to normal?
Like no.
Not normal, right? Okay. Not if he, and this is future, not if he parafronese,
Like is not thinking.
not thinking correctly, right? Not even if he is off his rocker, right? Parafronese, tekai and minatai. we get mania from this.
Rage.
Rage, yeah.
I,
Kakion, this is a comparative, right?
is that an adverb?
It's an adverb, huh?
Like rages badly?
Yeah, worse,
Worse.
worse.
Right.
A, than, noon, minatai.
That, what is that?
Then,
Then,
it's the comparative, yeah.
okay. Or,
Not if he is out of his mind in the future and raves, okay, in a, you know,
or right now.
yeah, and raves, this is future, raves, kakion, worse than he minatai knew,
Then he rages now.
and he rages now.
Wait, so are manetai and manetai,
Yeah.
are those like the same word or
It's the same word, but what's the difference?
the either
Mhm.
place?
This is, so, what tense is this?
What's future?
It's future, right? This is future, parafone say, kai mine tai, and this is present. So mino, meno, emena. Okay?
Can we talk about the principal parts really quick?
What about principal parts?
The fourth one is the
Perfect.
perfect, and then what's
The fifth one is the perfect passive. And the sixth one is the aorist passive. Okay, all right. We're done for the day. That'll do it.